Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, uh, I saw this. Actually, a user alerted me, or one of my viewers alerted me to how Marvel cards on Golden Auctions didn't do so hot this past weekend. And one of the sales, I'm just going to look at it. And this is one of the problems with the card market in general, that it's a low volume market. There's a lot of hype, and it's done by influencers. In my opinion, this is not good for the hobby. Okay. And I'm going to address a few other things. Okay. It's a 2013 Fleer Retro Marvel PMG PSA number 8, and it was of Captain America. And that PSA 8, I believe in late February, sold for $88,000, or it's close to $89,000. Okay. Fast forward to the Saturday, the same Marvel card of Captain America, 2013 PSA 8, same grade, sold for $22,200. You had a what 75% depreciation within 2 months. I mean that's just ridiculous. And I've been seeing posts about from the individual that blocked me. People just sent it to me via IG, and they're saying that, hey, there's too much negativity in the hobby, and you got to be positive, and blah 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 blah. The more negative you are, you're gonna go towards the wrong path or something like that. Well, my analysis always revolves around objectivity. You had one of these cards that was hyped up. PMGs have definitely been hyped up, okay? You've had a depreciation of 75% within 2 months. The stock market crash, it takes a while for the stocks to go down, 33% if you're in a bear market. And this is the problem with illiquidity. This is the problem with low volume cards. And the industry really doesn't talk about it. In my opinion, I believe the Marvel crash is underway. And I've talked to people who have invested in Marvel, and some of them were smart enough to buy in 2020 speculating. That's fine. You've done pretty well for yourselves, and congratulations. I have nothing against that. Now, the issue is, and this was brought up by Pancake Analytics. I follow this guy on IG, and we've been messaging each other a little bit here and there. And he looks at Marvel cards just like I look at sports cards, and we're a bit skeptical on some of the moves that we've seen. And his analysis was that, hey, look, a lot of people got into PMGs regarding Marvel because if you look at the PMGs in terms of sports cards, like for instance, there's I think a 97, 98 PMG for Michael Jordan. Those cards are high in demand and scarce. And one of Michael Jordan's top cards people want to speculate in. So it makes sense. Those cards have gone up crazy for sports cards. Now, in regards to Marvel, you've had a lot of sports card investors just throw money like crazy in this market. And I've always stated anything that's hyped up is going to see prices. I mean, those individuals, the first one in and the first one's out, they're going to make a good amount of money. But there's going to be a lot of bag holders. And this is what the influencers don't tell their subscribers about that, right? It's always about being positive, right? Be positive, be positive. I coined a question to one of these guys, and I asked them, are you going to tell people to be positive once the Marvel market unwinds and crashes. And this is when he said that, oh, he apparently blocked me. Okay. Whatever it was, I see parallels to what happened with the sports card market last year. And I was talking about the bubble when a lot of people weren't talking about being a bubble. I was talking about Top Shot. The prices were ridiculous. I was talking about Wall Street getting in. That's a huge red flag, right? So this is not just me just saying this specifically for Marvel. I've been saying it about different markets that have extreme bullish sentiment. And I've looked at many markets out there, right? It's not only sports cards, Marvel cards, F1, whatever. I've looked at a lot of equities, right? And I could sense extreme bullish sentiment, okay? And extreme hype. Maybe I've seen it more than others compared to most of the individuals here in this industry. Now, that being said, you're just looking at these Marvel cards and they remind me of what happened with the Fleer 86 last year. It was hyped up like crazy. It was done by influencers. Fleer 86 card top in the market, what, 700 something $1,000? And now I believe the price is what, $250,000? I thought it was in the $300,000 range. I was wrong about that. I said that in the video on Sunday. No, I think the last sale was $252,000 or something really low. That's how much it's gone down. If you remember the Rock card last year, that was hyped up, okay? And it went from $2,000 to $100,000, and then from $100,000 it crashed all the way down to $28,000, and I believe there was a floor for that. But all of this volatility, I mean, this is why you don't buy the hype. This is why you don't listen to the influencers when they're pumping something this much and leading some of their followers down the road of financial ruin. Okay. This is partly why I do my videos, is because I've seen this pattern over and over and over again. All right. That's why I'll always advocate people, don't over leverage yourself. And secondly, buy items, cards, whatever, that isn't too much in demand, and then you sell the hype. That's how I look at it, right? And obviously, don't spend a ridiculous amount of money that you can't afford to lose. Okay, that's another thing to look at. So those are my thoughts on that. Another thing is that the Federal Reserve printed all this monopoly money a few years ago, which helped all these sports cards go higher and higher and higher. And then when they got tired of sports cars, they're like, okay, what can we push up next? It's Marvel. It's the wrestling cars now people are talking about, the shill bidding. And now I don't know if these cards are shill bid on other auction sites for Marvel, but I will tell you this, there's no way I'd want to buy these overpriced cards. Okay? That's just my opinion. I know some people will disagree with me, but like Fleer 86, $780 some $1,000, what, a year later? Just 1 year later, you've had what, 60-70% haircut? And I've noticed that the cards that were hyped up last year for sports cards are now shill bid like crazy. And people are commenting like, oh, I see some baseball cards that are shill bid like crazy. And these are the guys. I'm going to do some research on that and maybe do a video on that. But Patrick Mahomes cards shill bid like crazy, in my opinion. V-Friends cards, I believe they're shill bid like crazy. So you see this pattern over and over and over again. And the influencers are going to say, hey, be positive, be positive, be positive. But they're not objective in terms of looking at the Federal Reserve. It's quantitative easing a few years ago. Now we're in the process of quantitative tightening, QT, where they're starting to raise rates. They're unwinding the balance sheet. And yeah, the economy is now opening back up. So you have less discretionary income to speculate in sports cards. Okay? I don't see this conversation about the Fed. I don't see the conversation about less discretionary income. Maybe to a certain degree. But that needs to be talked about. And just keep on saying you got to be positive, and any type of topics people like me talk about, it's just negative, negative, negative. I think when you're investing, if you're not being objective, you're probably going to be regretting the fact that you didn't look at markets from an unbiased perspective. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all this. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.